Smoke until the stupid state, stay until it's late. Sweet like chocolate cake, tart just like the shit I roll off paper plates. Search for sweet escape because inside I feel I'm dying slow. I tell you all this.
What is happening, my dogs? My name is Madison and I am the Auction Dog. And as you know, as some of you know, this is a channel in which we focus on buying auction cars and selling auction cars and buying cool stuff. So this is my E39 Touring, and this is my M3 right here. And then this has been my latest acquisition. This is it's a 2000 Mercury Mountaineer. It's really a Ford Explorer, but what makes this one cool is that it's full-time four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. So you don't select it. It just runs in all-wheel drive all the time. And it's got a 5-liter V8 in it, 5-liter 302. And they actually have GT40 heads on them, which is why it's like a high-flow head essentially. And that's why a lot of the 5.0 guys, a lot of the Mustang guys, Fox body guys love buying these trucks because the motors are great. But I bought this for a different reason. And so, as you probably saw from the title, this video is going to be a little bit different than what we normally do because the reason why the auction stuff is cool is because it does not, I mean, it requires a lot of your time, you know, but it's not like what you would expect when you go to a full-time job, you know what I'm saying? You show up, there's just a lot of flexibility in it, you know? And it's seasonal as hell, I swear to God. Like, especially right now with the way the market is, like, there's no auction cars out there. The inventory is very low, the prices are extremely high. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I need to find another way to make a little bit of money. And there's a lot of good ways to do it, especially around in Florida where we live, because mildew constantly grows on everything, mildew and mold, and there's shit everywhere. So I bought this and this because I'm gonna start a junk removal company and a pressure washing company. And I have this back here. I'm all set up back here to do pressure washing as well. So, and really I don't expect to make a full-time gig out of it. It's not supposed to be something that I'm doing all day, every single day, and then hiring people and growing this massive company. It's just to make a little bit of money here and there. And it's actually can be at that level, you can make great money doing it. I swear to God. If you're just one guy, you're out running it and you're just picking up loads of stuff and you're also pressure washing. And I'm not even gonna do roofs or anything. I'm just gonna do driveways and stuff. And we'll talk about all that stuff later in the video. But the whole gist of this really is to just give myself something to do. You know, because I have a lot of stuff to do, but I could fit these jobs in between, you know, fixing these cars and going to these places. I could do it. I could squeeze this stuff in there. So I did my first job on Friday, actually. It was a pressure washing job. I did the pool cage of somebody's house and it came out really good. And it's just cool. It's cool to be able to go run service. Service companies supply money every single day, every time you do something. When you're selling cars, sometimes you can sit on a car for a month. Sometimes you could sell a car in 3. I've sold cars in days before, you know, and that's really nice when you can make a $2,000 profit in literally 3 days. You're like, dude, this is insane. But it's not. It doesn't always happen like that. And it only really. As soon as you start having a lot of capital to really invest in those businesses, that's when you start, you know, really making the cash for selling cars, because you can buy 20 and 30 cars at a time. I don't have that much money yet, so we're still in the process of getting there, you know. And so I wanted to highlight and show you guys how I do this, but what my thought process behind all of this stuff was and why I do what I do. So I should have filmed myself buying this trailer and buying the truck, but sometimes I just run and gun, you know what I'm saying? It's weird. YouTube is only like, it's not necessarily an afterthought, but it's more so just the documentation of stuff I'm already doing. I don't do things for YouTube, I YouTube things I'm doing, if that makes any sense. So I bought this trailer, right, off of a guy for 600 bucks. It's actually an old, it was homemade actually. It was an old travel trailer that he cut up, got all the stuff off of there, and built this out of it. Now, I know that the rails are a little high, it doesn't have the right freaking gate and everything, and there's things about it that aren't perfect, but it was a $600 trailer, and right now, a shitty utility trailer is literally $1,000 bucks. So, the reason I really wanted it is because he built the whole, now this thing, he probably did this thing 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Whole thing's built out of thick square tubing, look at that. So the sides are really strong, and that's going to give the whole thing nice structural rigidity, you know what I'm saying? So I can carry large loads with this, and it will hold up. And this is easily extendable. I'm going to make the sides higher. I'm actually going to rewire it and put new lights on it today. And yeah, man, I just think that this is going to be an easy project, and it's going to get me rolling, you know what I'm saying? It'll just get me going. That's all I need. I just needed to get started. You know, you don't want to go and spend, when you're starting a new business or you're starting any kind of new venture, you don't want to just go spend a boatload. People are like, oh, I got to have all this stuff, and then they go finance their whole life away, and then they find out that they're not making any money, or they hate the business, whatever else. You don't know how it's all going to pan out. So I always recommend people just get into it as cheap as possible, because that's like that's where you'll get your greatest benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? Because then you know, oh, well, I do need this, or I do need that. I wouldn't have needed this. I wouldn't have needed that. It's a better way to not waste your money. You know what I'm saying? And waste your time. So today I'm gonna go. I started painting it a little bit and ran out of paint. So I'm gonna go get some paint right now, and then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna rewire it. And then at the end of the episode, I'll probably talk to you guys about why I'm doing this and just like how I'm gonna do it and that, so on and so forth. So yeah, let's get it started. I already got that light off over here, and these bolts won't come out. So all right. I'm gonna get something to hammer in there. Pop that off there. It's plastic, you know, but these bolts are free spinning in here whenever I put anything on this thing. It's weird. It's an 11 of all things. You know, they're just. All right, finally got these freaking lights off. I basically had to pound that thing off there. I think I'm gonna put my license plate frame up like that above the light, so it just holds it up in the air. Probably put it like that. No big deal. Yeah. And then I know it's kind of weird, the position of the light on this thing. I don't like that. So if I ever have to build up the side, I'll have to relocate the lights and stuff. But I'll do that. I'll deal with it when I get there. Not too worried about it. So there's a piece of conduit that runs the entire length under the whole trailer. And all I'm going to do is just, I tied it up over here. Just go ahead and make some loops in your old wire and your new wire. And you just pull the new wire through and start, you know, wiring it from there. I want to say it all comes back to here. Yeah, see, piece of conduit's right here. And so just like that, I'm done wiring my whole trailer because I didn't film any of it. I did film a little bit of it, obviously, but I just wanted to get this freaking shit done. So I had to bash off those old lights. I got a new one here, new one over there, license plate frame hanging under it. This wiring was a little shoddy. I had like accidentally cut through one of the butt connectors before, well, the first time I did it, and it wasn't working properly, so I had to sort that out. And yeah, I just kind of finished up painting the trailer. All looks real good. And I'm stoked, man. This whole truck's coming together. It really is. It works good. AC works. Got a couple of rust holes here and there. Like, look, there's one right there. The truck came from New Jersey, but it runs good. I know it's rusty. I know it's not perfect. It ain't rusty anymore. I undercoated the whole bottom and scraped it and got it all clean and stuff under there. So all that's done, but it ain't perfect, but it'll get me by. It'll do what I need to for now. So yeah, man, I'm really stoked. I just want to get this deck all painted. I got paint to do the inside of my house, and once that's done, I'm just gonna paint the deck. That's why it's all oversprayed, and I need to put a screw to hold that side down over there. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up, and then I'll tap back in with you guys when it's done, and I'm just gonna tell you what my overall plan is with this whole business here. Good morning, my dogs. Good to see you guys. So to continue this episode, we are going to take this trailer right now. We're gonna head out to my buddy's house out east, and I'm gonna weld some posts on there. I don't know if I'll film a bunch of stuff out there, but at least a little bit for you. But we're gonna go and freaking extend the sides up on this trailer, and yeah, one more step closer. It's dark. You can't see shit.
Who, me?
Yeah, no, I know you're searching around.
Oh,
Fucker ain't going nowhere.
I'm happy with that.
Oh yeah, she ain't going nowhere. Yeah, we're gonna pick this video back up right here. It's been a couple of days since I was working on that trailer with my buddy Angel, and we were welding all that stuff. And I probably should have filmed this process, but there's literally a million videos of people building stuff on the internet, and it's really not that complicated. So this is where we're at right now. And this is that trailer that I had picked up for 600 bucks. All I did was, and it's because I used really, you know, particle board because of how expensive freaking plywood is right now. But I went through and just kind of blocked all the wheel wells off, made a area up front here, you know, for us to put the bigger debris and stuff, because that's how you normally do it. You'll pile everything forward, and then I'm just gonna wrap it with a tarp afterwards, and that's how we're gonna keep it, you know, nice and covered and everything. So this is gonna do fine to get me started on this business, you know. This trailer is gonna do fine to get me started, and I'm really looking forward to just trying to get it cracking. So what I'm gonna do, I also want to show you guys this too, and I probably went over a little bit in the beginning of the video, but this is the truck that I'm gonna use. Now, in total, between both of these, I have $2,000 into this business. Okay, this was like $1,000 or $1,200. I'm a licensed car dealer as well. So I buy from the auctions and I buy and sell cars. And the reason I'm doing this is because of how screwed up the car business is. And I'm gonna be having a video coming out about that too after this, shortly after this one as well. But, so I was able to score this truck pretty cheap. Otherwise, you'd pay 2,500 bucks for it. This truck is V8 powered and it's all-wheel drive. That's why I wanted it. So whenever I do, it has a 6,000 pound towing capacity, which is quite high for a small truck like that actually. But I paid like 1,200 bucks for this thing, and it's got a 302 V8 in it. So it's, you got a V8 right there. It's got a 302 5-liter. So it's like literally, and it's got the GT40 heads, a high flow head. This motor is actually worth more than what I paid for the whole truck, if you really want to get into it. And it runs and drives perfect. Cold AC, literally. All the leather looks good in here. Everything's in good shape. It's a perfect truck. So this is gonna do exactly what I need to do. And so, you know, I'm rolling now, right? I got the truck, I got the trailer, I'm insured, I got insurance. I'm a registered LLC as well, so I already have a venture group LLC that I operate under, so that's done. So I'm legal too. So I'm on the road, I'm legal, and now I need to look into, you know, possibly marketing this thing. And I'm gonna go into more of what I'm planning on back at the house when I wrap this video up. But I do want to show you this. I got these in the other day. Oh, I had this logo, right? I was like, okay, I need to do something, you know, noticeable. And there was already a Minnesota pressure washing, but there's not a Minnesota junk removal and pressure washing. So I can kind of piggyback off whatever marketing that they do. This is an outline of the counties that we live in. So I live in Manatee County, but that's Sarasota County too down here. You got your pressure washing one in the truck, and I literally had this logo designed by a guy on Fiverr. You know what I'm saying? I paid him 25 bucks or something, and I told him exactly what I wanted, the colors that I wanted, the idea that I had, and that's what he returned to me. And I was like, this is perfect. The logo looks perfect. Logo looks fantastic because it's just really clean. This looks really professional and really good. You know? So put the background to it, and I had these magnet signs made. I got one on both sides. And I've already had calls off these things. And it didn't lead to anything, but somebody did call my number. Really, in order to wrap this up out here and I want to go back inside before I cut this video off and just tell you guys what my plan is, how I plan to attack this thing, and just kind of what I'm thinking and where my head's at with this thing. Because I want to share this experience with you guys too, because junk removal is kind of hot right now, and so is pressure washing. And there's a reason why, because it's easy money. So I'm going to show you guys how I do this and how we're going to get it cracking. We're going to make something happen here. But this trailer really did come together. This was literally an old cargo travel trailer, and it just had the decking on it when I got it. I painted the whole thing, did new LED lights. Those are all finished, everything works. And I got to paint the inside of this wood here so nothing really eats it up. But dude, we got plenty of cubic feet here. This is all you'll need. I mean, I'm not hauling anything crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is all I'm gonna need. So I'm really looking forward to getting this stuff started. So I got a couple other things that I want to show you before this video is over. And hopefully the next video, man, we're making money already. That would be fantastic. All right, so I just got out of Walmart. Bag of white shirts procured. And we're headed out to a local screen printer right now. I found somebody who's gonna put my logo on my shirts for like 20 bucks. Not bad, nice and easy. Final product, what do you guys think? Not too bad, right? So the white shirt, I paid 11 bucks from Walmart for, and then it's a dry fit. And that's kind of what I wanted for pressure washing and stuff. And then I got the screen printing done. I got 2 shirts done for $20, 10 bucks a pop. So I had $40, I got 2 company shirts, I'm good to go. And I think this turned out fantastic. And so I'm really stoked on this, honestly. I think this turned out fantastic. I really do. So just to close this video up, I kind of want to talk about the figures of how much I've invested to get this business started, where I'm at with it, and then what the future plans are for the YouTube channel, because I love selling cars. I'm never going to stop selling cars. And I'm going to continue on with Auction Dawg. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to continue buying and selling when the market allows me to. But I got a video coming out here in a few more days about what the hell is going on with this market, because we are in trouble in the car industry right now. And it's really tough out there for a lot of dealers. So if you know any dealers, you know, make sure that you're supporting them, or, you know, at least referring them out and trying to keep their business alive, because it's tough out there right now. So I'm $1,200 into the truck, and so you guys saw that a little earlier in the episode. $1,200 into the truck, and that's kind of with some parts that I bought. I bought it for $1,000, and I put like $200 into it so far, and it needs more. It really does, and that kind of stuff. But it's like maintenance that I can put off just for a little bit longer until I get some money going, you know, and flowing. And so, you know, that's really kind of the hardest investment for a lot of people, is getting a car or getting something that can pull. I got really lucky. I got a truck that's full-time 4-wheel drive, excuse me, full-time 4-wheel drive, and it's got a 6,000 pound towing capacity, and it's V8, so it's got a 302, you know, 5 liter in it with GT40 high flow heads and stuff. It runs really, really good, and I got it right here actually. See it right over there. So that is a barrier to entry for a lot of people, you know, and I ended up getting really lucky. Sometimes 9 times out of 10 you probably aren't going to get that lucky to have such a high towing capacity on a truck that's that cheap. So just search, you know what I'm saying? You saw my trailer earlier in the episode. I paid $600 for that, and it didn't come with a title. Here in Florida, homemade trailers they're not titled, you know what I'm saying? So you have to actually go get them weighed, and I've taken it to the weigh station already, and I got it weighed. You go with a weight slip and a bill of sale to the DMV, and then you can get it registered in your name. So that's another little bit of a cost, but I have another $200 into the trailer between wood, screws, lights, and paint. And so I got to finish painting it. Couple more things just to weatherproof it. But other than that, we're rolling. We're done. We're on the road. It came with new tires. The only thing it really needed was the lights and then extending the sides and stuff like that. And I had $100 into with the welding and everything, and that's included in the $200. I spent $500 on a pressure washer. I bought a brand new one because I didn't want to go out and buy a used one on Craigslist and get something that's just going to blow up on me on a job. Somebody never took care of the pump, never changed the oil, didn't take care of the motor, you know, and there's just a million things that can go wrong with a pressure washer, so that's kind of why I wanted to start fresh. And I bought, the pressure washer itself was only $380, and I got a 3,000 PSI one, and I could have gotten a higher one, but I kind of wanted to get something that's not super crazy so that I didn't go destroying a bunch of stuff right off rip and then cause more problems than I needed to. And included in that $500 was another 75-foot extension hose. It came with 25 feet, but I bought a 75-foot extension hose. So I have 100-foot of hose, and then I bought another hose, like a 50-foot hose, to get to the pressure washer itself. So I can pretty much get anything right now. I have 150 feet of travel with that thing from any spigot on any house, and so I'm pretty much able to get wherever I want. And I bought that pressure washer particularly because it had a Honda motor, which are generally relatively reliable, and so they last quite a while. And it's a Simpson, so the Simpson pumps are decent too. But they're a nice little pressure washer for the money. And it came with a surface cleaner. I came with a 12-inch surface cleaner. So I just hook it up to my gun, and I can go right down sidewalks, and it actually does a really, really good job. Just it's smaller than like the professional surface cleaners, the larger ones, but it does the job really, really well. And so I can't hate on it too much. I got what was that $300 for? Oh, $300 into administrative stuff. So the shirts, the signs on the side of my truck, you know, business cards, and then also getting insurance, getting the company incorporated, and kind of registering and making sure everything is as it should be, you know, so I can go out and start working. Our county, we don't have to have any business, any licensing to be a pressure washing or junk removal company. You just have to make sure you're registered with the state. So we're good to go. And the company's rolling for $2,800. $2,800, done. You know, and that includes the cost of all these these assets that I could sell within the company, which is the truck and the trailer. You know, I'm not upside down. Like I really, if you were to factor all of that stuff out, I really only spent $800 starting this company. And besides the trailer. So if you had a truck
and you wanted to start something like this, you're already way ahead of the game. If you have a trailer and you don't have a truck, that might be another key for you to be able to help to get your ball rolling, you know what I'm saying? Get the balls rolling and start this whole thing, this whole process. But I had to start from ground zero. I didn't have anything. I have cars, you know, I drive cars, and I didn't really have a truck. And I have a boat too, but we use my girlfriend's X5 BMW, and that thing tows actually quite well, or we use my brother's Tacoma, and that does well as well. So I needed personally something to be able to tow with. And so that's kind of why I made this work this way. So my plan on how to grow this company, I'm going to talk about in the next video. I'm going out today, right now. I'm going to go start promoting, and I'm going to film myself a little bit while I do it. But, you know, this isn't my first go around. I sold air conditioning for a long time, and I did pretty well. Excuse me, sorry. My nose is itchy. It's freaking pollen and stuff out here. But I did pretty well selling air conditioning. But one of the things that I learned on how to do that, while doing that, was how to run a company and how to promote yourself and how to get out there. You got to show up. You know, you show up with a shirt, with your business cards, with all your paperwork in order, and everything that in a truck all labeled. You pull up to a spot and you go promote yourself. It looks very professional when you're out there, and everything matches and everything looks really good. You show up on time. You know, you shave, not your whole beard, but you make sure that you're just cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? You make sure you're good looking. And you go out and you promote yourself, and you speak clearly, well spoken. You go out and you sell these products. So it's like, I'm a junk removal company and pressure washing. Who would use my services? Realtors, property managers. I live in the middle of a vacation mecca. So it's like, I live in Bradenton, Florida, and it's tons of vacation rentals around here. I know guys that run big, you know, outfits of vacation rentals that manage 250 to 500 properties. And so if I could just get on with some of them, that would keep me busy. You know, I'm not looking to turn this into a multi-million-dollar company. I'm just looking to supplement my income until the cars start picking back up again. And then I'll continue to run this company and probably hire somebody to do it, you know, and then just keep selling the jobs and keep going from there. So it's not, you also have to have an end game in mind. You know, what do you want from this company? Do you want to scale it up and create something very big? Do you want just to pay your bills? You know, my girlfriend runs a cleaning company, an interior cleaning company, and exterior, but she has a set base of clientele, you know, and she doesn't go promoting and marketing. She doesn't do all this stuff. She's not trying to blow it way out. You know, she's perfectly happy where she's at. She keeps her mother and her sister employed. All three of them go out, they service houses, they all make decent money, and they're happy. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, what's the price of that? Like, you can't really put a value on that. And so you really have to figure out what you want from this whole thing. What I want is to create a decent business. I want to do a good job for people, and I want to go out and make some money, you know, and then I want to keep this thing going. I want to keep it rolling. So I do foresee this kind of like getting a little bigger, but nothing crazy. I'm not trying to be, you know, the biggest junk removal outfit in all of Bradenton, or the biggest pressure washing outfit in all of Bradenton. It's not really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a growing auction dog, you know, and keeping this thing rolling. So if you have watched this far, thank you very much. If you haven't watched our channel before, we are an auction channel. You know, I buy and sell cars, mainly sports cars, and I like to fix them on the channel and do different things. And I am a small licensed dealer in Florida, and I kind of try to share that experience with people so that you know you can do this. I'm only 29. You know, you can go out and really make something happen. You know, make something shake, but it takes a lot of effort and a lot of time, and it's a lot of heartache too. They don't tell you about the hard parts of, you know, entrepreneurship is, they speak of the glories of entrepreneurship, but they don't talk about the hardships of it. You know, everybody who has a daily 9-to-5 job is giving up the glory for, you know, that security, just to have like a daily paycheck, you know. But I don't really live like that. I don't like that idea of life, you know. It doesn't check any boxes for me. It doesn't satisfy me. And so I would rather put it all on the line and absolutely go for something that's worthwhile, rather than just be like, okay, I'm gonna go, you know, accept the fact that I suck and I'm gonna go get a job or whatever else, you know. Just try to make, that's a bad way to put it. I'm just the kind of guy that wants to make something happen rather than go work for somebody else. You either build somebody else's dream or you're building your own, you know. I have a bachelor's degree in economics and business from the Mooma College of Business in St. Pete. I was going to be a financial advisor. I wanted to do all of that stuff. Then I started selling cars and getting into business and like learning like what really will make me happy in this life, and this is what's making me happy, you know. And I feel as though if I were to go get a desk job or try to be a financial advisor, I would be one miserable prick, I swear to God. So I'm trying to really do everything in my power to keep me out of that, you know. And so yeah, that's where we're pretty much at right now. If you have watched this far, thank you very much. You can check out our website, theauctiondog.com. You can keep up on our builds on there. You can check out more about our channel, just learn a little bit more about me and about, you know, what I like to do and stuff like that. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe. Helps build the channel. I would really like to level this up and help you and just grow with you guys. You know, I want to share this experience of the rise of Auction Dog with you guys. I want to share this whole experience with you. I want to keep this thing going, and I want to see where it really takes us, and then maybe a year's time from now, who knows, you know? Thank you very much. Peace out, my dogs. I'll be back soon with an episode about this, how I'm going to promote the business, as well as what the hell is going on in the car market, because, boy, it's quite the doozy. So, peace out, my dogs.